Hey, you know, I kind of want to just talk right now. You know, I don't necessarily, well, I have a theme in mind for the video, but this is going to be less about me kind of talking to y'all in the sense of giving advice, but it's more like me exploring my own brain with this one. I kind of want to just talk about the inner monologues I go through, and I want to see if y'all relate or have an inner dialogue of your own or something of that nature. For some reason, it's like when I walk around and, given that I'm at the core an introvert, but I can get extremely lively around people that I care about or that I'm cool with, and I prefer a select circle. I love people, though. I love the idea of being able to communicate with people and bring people together and to collaborate with people to make dreams, come to reality. And I don't know. It's just that the actually doing it, or the idea of like, okay, doing it is really nice, but then also realizing that I have to approach people can be very daunting and sometimes anxiety inducing, you know? So I don't know. You're dealing with other people. I have this issue with this inner voice in my head that goes, you're not worthy, you're not good enough, or what are you doing trying to talk to these people for? What business do you got? What do you got to really offer? Or, I, at this age in my life, desire a meaningful, purposeful, fulfilling, uh, in conjunction or in totality, a whole relationship. Which, when I say a whole relationship, that mean when I say that, that means that the terminology behind it is saying that we don't have to be whole, but we can come together while we're already working on ourselves, come together and make each other better, and therefore two halves can make a whole, or we can build each other up and become stronger because of it. That's something I desire. And it's a very hard thing to find because girls my age, a lot of them that I see either end up being taken, which is fine. I don't really care about them being taken. It's just a lot of them tend to go for guys that end up hurting them in the long run, especially when the signs are pretty much there already, or they're just focusing on their careers or something, or trying to heal themselves. And then there are those where they think they're just too good for people. It's very hard because being a specific kind of person means that you kind of gotta like, there's just a bit more of a loneliness that you take on when you're trying to pursue your own dreams. Not everybody has your back, or not everybody's receptive to the deeply insightful things you have to say, or at least that's what I feel. I feel that a lot of people, like, it's like when I talk to people, I don't really like conversations about things that just mean nothing in the end, or they're just talks that kind of just like you forget about them. I want to talk about deep things, man. I want to talk about spiritual growth. I want to talk about mental growth, emotional growth. The stuff I talk about here is stuff I don't talk about with other people normally, unless it is my brother, my twin brother, or my best friend or something like that, or my mom. Very few people actually talk about this stuff with. And a lot of the time, even sometimes with this YouTube channel, but in real life, behind the scenes, behind the camera, it is really hard to bring myself to just chill. Like, there's always this inner voice in my head that's like, well, maybe you need to do this thing, maybe you need to talk this way, walk this way. Even though I don't change myself, or at least not like I did. I don't do that anymore. There's still that voice that I keep every time I make a step, a step in the right direction. I'm thinking, okay, that voice is gone, and then I keep being reminded it never actually is, because there will be something like I walk, and because I desire companionship. I work at a retail store, as you can see, and it's really hard because I see a lot of couples walking in, beautiful looking couples, and I think I would like to have something like that someday. I'm not saying the grass is greener on the other side. I want to experience something new. I want to experience a challenge. I want to just be around someone that gets it, that isn't my friend, my close friends, or my close knit family members. I want something other than that. I want something bigger. That I want to. I also just, and then it's not even just that. There's also like me just wanting to go out and talk to people in general, and make that approach can be very complicated for me, because then it makes me think of just, what if they don't like you? What if they reject you? What if they're not trying to talk to you? What if you just feel like you just wasted your own time and theirs, and all these other nonsensical questions. I just wanted to like talk about that experience, because I'm not going to say it's easy, but there are people that have an easier time with being able to do that. And I do want to communicate with people. I do want to, join together with people. I do want to find a community of people that I can talk to, and hopefully find lifelong friends and hopefully in that journey of just trying to evolve every day, I can find somebody that is right for me, somebody that doesn't really have too many friends, someone who likes to work and not be a slob, someone who is a go-getter. So that way, in case I'm ever not around or something, you can still handle yourself. Because don't get me wrong, like I love, and I want to be there and know that I've got your back when you need it. But also I want to be with somebody that's supportive, all this stuff. And it's also, it's just, I need peace. I need something different in my life that isn't there currently, that can add value to it. I also just want to be in an environment that where the thing I love is my work, my passions are my job, that I can make money from. And again, it's all that to say is that the inner monologue, man, my deepest thoughts come, my negative thoughts will come in and tell me these lies that aren't true about myself. That I feel like I'm not worthy enough to be around these people. I'm not worthy enough to be loved by these people. I mean, I give them my love and stuff, but I don't really take compliments from people, mainly because I just feel, I don't know if it's humility or just me being stupid, but there's always been an air of low self-esteem, and that was born from insecurity. I'm nowhere near as insecure, but I still have my flaws and my things that I deal with, and it can be very hard. It can be very lonely because I'm in my brain a lot. When I want to express myself, I don't really think there's anyone out there who'll listen. So I retreat to myself, and I process. I'm a very logical person. I try to break down my thoughts and try to understand them. And then when I feel like I can't understand them, I wait until I'm in action again to catch myself thinking those thoughts, and then try to really get to the root of where it is it's coming from, or they're coming from. And I say it's lonely because I can be around a crowd of people and I still feel isolated. And I've been feeling like that for a very long time. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or toot my own horn or pump my chest up and say what I'm about to say in an arrogant way. But I am a weird kind of guy, in the sense of I'm unique in a way where like I can be a mixture of introverted and extroverted. I love really deep. I'm very passionate and loyal. And if there is a dream that you want to accomplish, I'm going to make sure that you achieve yours. And while I'm trying to achieve mine, I'm trying to learn from you. I want to talk about, I'm the type of person where I'll notice things about you that most people, if anybody, will never notice. Like, and It's just like, for example, I can tell when you're angry from you not having to utter a word. I can tell when you're tired. I can tell when you're really happy. I can tell when you're sad. It's about body language. It's about the air, the energy that, between the both of us, and that um, we both emanate, I guess, if that's the word I'm looking for. It's very hard sometimes, just dealing with that voice in my head telling me I'm not worthy, I'm not this, I'm not that. You gotta try to dress like this, and you gotta do this specific thing. And I had those thoughts so much when I was younger that I really did try to change myself for other people when it didn't matter to them. And I haven't been doing that now, but those thoughts have been perusing around my head lately. um, and it sucks because then I'm back to my lonely feeling, and it's just, as I'm trying to get my life together, negative stuff is trying to get, it's trying to hit me, and I'm trying not to allow myself get hit, but it's really hard when there's things you want in life, and it's like, well, you see it in other areas, but you don't have it, and you already desired it, but now it feels like it's in your face, like you're being slapped in the face, and it's like the universe is rubbing it in like it's some funny joke. you know and I know that in the end I'll be okay, that inner monologue is something I shouldn't listen to. I don't listen to it, but it is there. I can hear it, metaphorically, of course, and like these negative misbeliefs that come in the form of negative thoughts. And I guess it's all born from insecurity, honestly. I just want to talk about that because I don't want to be like, oh, talking about you guys all the time as if I'm not going through it. Like, no, I kind of just want to talk. I don't really have like my normal way of doing this. Kind of don't feel like it. Like I'm in a weird, gloomy mood anyway, and I just felt like I needed to get it off my chest. And even if no one sees this, even if no one's listening, I just, dang, man, just think of like, man, maybe no one's gonna hear this, and it's gonna just be in the abyss, like every other thought and concern I've got about the world. There ain't too many people that really try to listen to this kind of stuff, and that's disappointing because you never know what wisdom someone has to offer, and how what could be offered can really help you see things differently. And that's what I want to do. I'm not really trying to change the world. I'm trying to change people, or rather inspire people, so that way those people can change the world. I just love people, and it really is lonely when it feels like those people don't have the same respect for each other as you do. And sometimes I just feel like I'm there to just sit back and watch. Jeez. Sorry, I rambled. Talking about it just made me feel worse, not better like I hoped, but I'll get through it. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Hmm. I, uh, I'll be fine. And you guys will be too. I wanted to make this video anyway, so y'all know that I go through this stuff too. And y'all don't have to feel alone if you are going through it and you got all this stuff in your head. You think about 1,000,001 things, and you're trying to get your life right. And every time you turn around, there's always something that's trying to pull you back into your old ways. And then it could be your thoughts, it could be just your insecurities, it could be something external, you know. I really thought I'd feel better after this. Hmm. But this is how we change. This is how we evolve. We talk about it. Even if you feel worse after it, at least you know that you did get it off your chest. And hopefully there will be people to listen. Eventually there will be, you know. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a great, beautiful night. And stay safe. Spread love and joy so you can remain peaceful and positive. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time, because it's not a bad day. It's just it was a gloomy day, and I'm really feeling reflective right now and trying to just really work through some stuff in my brain. So I'll be seeing y'all.